The Man Who Thought Nothing Was Impossible. Introduction hook. Start with the quote itself, perhaps with a dramatic image of Napoleon on the battlefield. Ask a question like, was he a genius, a madman, or something in between? Breakdown of the quote. Explain the meaning of the quote in a modern context. It's about mindset, perseverance, and not accepting limitations. Historical examples. Connect the quote to real events from his life. The Italian campaigns. Explain how he, as a young, relatively unknown general, defied all expectations and conquered Italy against seemingly impossible odds. Crossing the Alps. Describe the incredible feat of leading his army over the Alps to surprise the Austrian army. This is a perfect example of him seeing a path where others saw an impossible barrier. The Egyptian campaign. Talk about his vision to establish a French presence in the East, even though it was a logistical nightmare. Counter-argument. Nuance. A good history video doesn't just praise. Talk about the times his ambition led to disaster, like the invasion of Russia. This adds depth and shows that even his philosophy had its limits. Conclusion. Summarize how this quote defined his entire career and continues to inspire people today, even though his methods were often brutal. A man went to a wise man and said, "I am tired of people telling me what I can't do. I feel like I can do anything. They just won't let me try." The wise man looked at him and said, "You are the only person I know who is capable of doing nothing. Everyone else thinks they can do nothing. You are the only exception." The man was confused. He said, "What do you mean?" The wise man said, "You are the only person I know who has decided that he can do nothing. Everyone else thinks they can do something, but you are the only person who has actually done nothing. That makes you very special." The man was deeply moved by these words. He thanked the wise man and went on his way. And from that day on, he never again thought that he could do nothing. So let's break this down. There are two parts to this quote. First part is, I am tired of people telling me what I can't do. That is something that all of us can relate to. All of us have faced people in our lives who have told us that we can't do something. Maybe it's your parents who told you that you can't achieve something. Or maybe it's your friends who said that you can't do a certain thing because you're really not good at it. Maybe it's your colleagues at work who have told you that you can't do a certain task because you don't have the experience. Maybe it's your boss who has told you that you can't get a certain project because you made mistakes in the past. Whatever it is, we've all been in that situation where someone has told us that we can't do something. Now, the second part of this quote is, I feel like I can do anything. They just won't let me try. That is also something that all of us can relate to. When we see other people doing things, when we see other people achieving things, when we see other people succeeding in things, deep down inside, all of us have that little voice which says, I can do it too. Why can't I do it? Why am I not doing it? But that voice is very quiet. It's a small voice. And the voices of those people who have told you that you can't do something, those voices are much louder. So you end up believing them. You end up believing that you can't do it. This quote is about silencing those outside voices so that you can listen to that inner voice. It's about silencing the naysayers so that you can pursue your dreams. It's about becoming the exception, as the wise man said, rather than the rule. It's about proving to the world that we can do something even if we've been told that we can't. Throughout history, there have been countless examples of people who were told that they couldn't do something, but they went on to prove the world wrong. Helen Keller was told that she would never amount to anything because she was both deaf and blind. But she went on to become one of the most successful motivational speakers of all time. Stephen Hawking was told that he wouldn't survive beyond his 20s, but he went on to become one of the most brilliant scientists of our time. J.K. Rowling was told that she would never succeed as an author, but she went on to write the most successful book series of all time. People like Thomas Edison, Walt Disney, Steven Spielberg, Oprah Winfrey, they were all told that they couldn't do it, but they went on to prove the world wrong. They became the exceptions. So remember, just because some people say that you can't do something, it doesn't mean that it's true. it doesn't mean that you can't do it. It just means that they're wrong. You can do it. All you need to do is believe in yourself.